Chris, what is the perfect scenario for this weekend, assuming that things go the way you want this to go? How do you see this weekend working out against Vanderbilt?
Well, first off, I guess the perfect scenario starts with this week. We go out and we have a great week of preparation. The guys learn the game plan, and they get to the point where they're comfortable in it and they're able to call any play, offensively and defensively, and we're able to play aggressively in special teams as well. And then we go out and execute. That's the perfect plan for this weekend. If everything goes the way we want to execute and play sound, fundamental football for 60 minutes.
What about you personally? What would be a perfect game scenario for you?
Perfect game scenario for me is this team wins. For me, that's really what it comes down to. That's what's most important. It's not about catches, it's not about yards, it's about the win. And then also, did I help this team win? And whatever that is, however I contribute, whether it's through catching the ball, scoring, or if it's blocking, did I help this team win, and did I play a fundamental or a sound game?
Chris, it's pretty obvious right now you guys are kind of a little out of sync in the passing game. Coach Rick's talking about it. I know it's a team game, but how much of that would you say is kind of the receivers and how much can you guys take in part in kind of the being out of sync in the passing game right now and some of the struggles so far?
We could take a lot of that because it comes down to on Saturday it comes down to two different segments. During the week it comes down to three, and those three segments would be coaching, the quarterbacks and the receivers. But on Saturday it's two. The quarterbacks and the receivers, and so we can take a large part in that, and we're continuing to work on that as we go through practice. We're continuing to work on that as we watch film, and that's really what we can do. Only thing that we can do is put our heads down and work at this point. We can't make predictions. We can't come in and say that we're going to do this or that. We can just work and go on Saturday and perform.
Is playing homecoming different than any other home game, or is it just kind of the same game?
For a lot of people it's different. For us it's mostly the same because our week we don't have a lot of time to participate in homecoming festivities and things like that. So for us it's typically just a game week, and the people in the stands at halftime, they get to enjoy some of the festivities of homecoming.
This week you're supposed to get 3 wide receivers back: Malcolm Mitchell, Justice Scott Wesley, Jonathan Rump. Mark Richt said maybe those guys can help produce some separation on the field. Maybe they can stretch the field a little bit. What do they do differently than you guys can do?
Those guys can do, mainly Malcolm, just because of his quickness off the line, and I guess just because of his name and who he is, what he's done in the past. He, by himself, makes defenses play differently. Those are two guys, Malcolm and Justin, who can run extremely well and who can stretch the field and get downfield. We have guys who can do that right now, but they're not as well known. So when you bring those guys back onto the field, defenses will respect them, and they'll play that way. And when you can put 3 or 4 receivers out there who are respected like that, it makes it hard for a defense to account for everyone.
Mason talked in the past about you guys staying after practice, working on timing, working with all the wide receivers, and throwing a lot of balls to you guys. What else can you do? You hit your limit, then you're doing it volunteer-wise, getting out there. You say put your head down and work, but what else is there left?
The only thing other than what we're doing right now is just to do it on Saturday. Call the plays on Saturday, throw the ball, make the catches, and make the plays. That's what it's going to come down to. Obviously, you continue to work on the little things in practice, but the only thing that we haven't done right now is done it in a game. So we have to do those things on Saturday, and we have to make sure we rise to the occasion when our number's called.
You guys are taking a lot of criticism. At the same time, you're putting up a ton of points. How do you balance the two? Do you ever just want to stand up and shout, hey, we're winning games, or something like that?
Yeah, you never want to apologize for how you win a game. A won game is a game that you won. We're not going to apologize for not having 400 passing yards every game. The offense did what it needed to win the game. This team did what it needed to win. And that's something in and of itself that we're proud of. We'll never apologize for that. We'll just continue to work and continue to get better. I guess, at this point, the fans want to see us score 60, 70 points a game. And that's fine. That's an expectation that they can have, and we'll continue to work towards it.